bird of prey 5. El Karuga. Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird o' Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday. What is today? August? September? September 22nd, 2023. Oh man, TBIF. Indeed, another work week has come to a close. Every day I wake up and the first thing I do is take my blood pressure and I enter the day into a journal that my cardiologist asked me to keep, I don't know, 2 years ago now. And it's evolved over the years from a notepad file, a notepad, to a Word document, to now a Microsoft Excel document, so that when the day comes, I can print off an actual graph of the numbers, but it's got my blood pressure, heart rate twice a day, and a daily weight. And so I can look back at what's been going on and well, I don't know where I was going with that story. Shit. The point is, I've been keeping a log. I've been keeping a log of my blood pressure and vital signs, and I don't know. I was going somewhere with that, but the Traveler uses his 35-month membership, 35 months as a Karogan orphan. Longer than what, Mama Pray? Yes, longer than my log, than my cardiologist required health log. And he says, "We the people want a Mama Pray tale." Thank you, Traveler. I'll see. I'll have to ask her. She says it sounds like she can be convinced. But But thank you. And LDG at hashtag Free the Net has gifted another membership. And Destiny Captain was gifted the membership from LDG. Kapla Destiny Captain. A new name, at least a new name to me. So welcome. And thank you for LDG. And we now have an additional channel member, which is awesome. Carlo Albanese was first in the chat, says, Hail Karoga, Hail Karoga. And Carlo Albanese puts in a hug and a mamo pray emoji. Richie Poole puts in a couple of alpacas and a mamo pray, sis o pray, nephew o pray, and sassy emoji. John Araki puts in 4 poop emojis. Absolutely. Thank you, John Araki. And he also says hashtag pro nurse and hashtag ban Chronos. We're not going to ban Chronos. Last son of cases, Kapla, Bird, and Family. Hashtag TBIF. And hello all. And a wave. Thank you, last son of K. And Yvette, the lovely Yvette, with a £2 sterling super chat, says, fingers crossed for kissing Dax for you all. Yes, hopefully. And Jedi Bill says, Kapla, Brother Warrior, Vertebrae 5, all should hail Karoga. Absolutely. I hope you're doing well, Bill. The Traveler says, hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5. Kapla, wait, that's not my line. No, that is the line. And the Traveler puts in greetings to the Birdo Prey 5 emoji, the Karogan flag, salt shaker, poop emoji, and mom o pray, sis o pray, nephew o pray, alpaca, and tribble emojis. And the Traveler says, and remember, I always get the first kapla. He does. He does. In the current setup, the kapla that comes up first is from Gowron, the actor, and he was there in person. The Traveler, Wesley Crusher, got that for me. It's very, very cool. The last in the case is, though used often as a greeting, kapla is basically WTF do you want in Klingon? Yeah, it technically translates to success, but it's correctly used as, what the F do you want? That's in Klingonese. That's fair enough. That's why the whole quadrant is learning Klingonese. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Dan Van says, hi, hello, Dan Van. Mr. Lodell's Groovy Movies says, kapla, mech left to the groin. Bat left to the face. Mech left to the groin. Ouch. Ouch. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening, Yvette. Words and Pictures is Kapla Bird. Good to be here. Good to hear you. Good to hear you. Words and Pictures. Cry Havoc. Excuse me, Dan Ben says, cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Absolutely. Cry havoc. Pop Culture Curator says, hello, guys. Kapla, Pop Culture Curator. And also says, Kapla Bird, hope you are doing well. Hope you're doing well, Pop. Dan Ben says, I've liked Star Wars for 18 years. The Random Menace says, greetings from the future. Welcome, Random Menace. Dan Ben is lolling. Daniel's Hot Topics says, hey, Bird, what's up? Kapla, Daniel. Just starting some bed life today. Bed life, it's a stream by Berto Pray 5. Still never got. Still the the official Bed Life song I played. I'm still waiting for the copyright uh, to be released. It's not looking good, but whatever. Whatever. The Random Menace, a serious question. Does your bed have an integrated scale? Yes, it does, the Random Menace. That's how we're able to weigh me on a daily basis. We take all of the pillows except my head pillow and my foot pillow. We take the other pillows off the bed. We take any extra sheets or whatever that don't need to be on, except the one that's under me, out. And we weigh, and the weight today was surprisingly high. 180, 186.5 pounds, which is the highest it's been in months. We had got down to a low of 179 pounds. Then luckily it started going. I started feeling better and started eating again, and it's slowly been climbing, and that's what Mama Pray wants to see it do. None of us ever thought we'd ever be in the position, including me, that I'd want to gain weight. Well, except the first time. When I first got sick and I was in the nursing home, I'd gotten down to, I believe, 215 pounds, 211 pounds. And I was, it looked, I had zero muscle at the time. But even at that, at 211 pounds, I thought I needed to gain weight. And I started gaining weight. And I was like, okay, this is a good thing. I didn't mind gaining weight at 211 pounds. And let me tell you, when I saw myself again hit 211 pounds, and then at 200 pounds, and then at 190 pounds, and then at 180 pounds, I was like, surely this is as low as it could possibly go. And man, it at 179, I was like, oh my God. It was, it looked like I was dying. And I felt like I might have. I felt like I might have. Well, I didn't die, but I felt like I could have. Yeah. And Yvette donated, but Yvette, it still didn't play for some reason. Why is Yvette's not playing? The Traveler plays. Let's try that again. Okay, it definitely was working, but it's a weird one. We saw the super chats come across earlier. Okay, Mama Pray. You can do a tail when you come back in? Okay. Mama Pray will come back in a couple minutes and do her tail. Dan Ben says TV liked Star Wars for 18 years. The Traveler with a $10 super chat. Oh my God, Traveler says kissing Dax for all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, The Traveler. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Yvette says I broke it. No, Yvette, you didn't break it. Mike Richards is due to technical difficulties beyond our control. And The Traveler says shit. I thought I put in $1. $1, son of a bitch. Oh, Traveler, I am so sorry. There is unfortunately no way to refund a super chat, and that is fucking YouTube. I wish they offered refunds. They do not. Kitty Bear with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Kitty Bear, with a smiling, happy face. Super sticker. Oh my God, Traveler. How do we fix this, Traveler? And now, of course, it doesn't want to show. It doesn't want to show, but we're gonna no. Yeah, no video clip. It is broken again. Apparently something broke again. I don't know why. It was clearly working at the beginning of the stream. So I just played it. What can I do here? Play alerts. I think it might have been paused. Let's see, will it work now? I don't know. Hmm. Oh, okay, wait, what can I do? If I close the alert, oh, that's what I gotta do. Refresh the alert page. I bet that does it. I bet that does it. There it goes. There it goes. We've got it fixed. Kitty Bear's donation came through. And the Traveler.
Scanning. Indications negative
The
at this
Traveler's
time.
donation came through. And the lovely Yvette's donation. There it is. The lovely Yvette. Oh, actually, the Traveler. The Traveler got kissing Dax. Okay.
It's a fake.
And the lovely Yvette also got it's a fake. It's a fake. But we got it. We got them working again. Awesome. I have to remember to hit the refresh. I have to highlight the alert box, hit the refresh key, and it resolves the issue. That's what I figured out yesterday. So a good day. It's a good day to learn how to use OBS. Mech left to the groin. Indeed. That was earlier. Dan Ben is lolling. Daniel's Hot Topics is, hey Bird, what's up? Integrated scale, yes. Random Menace, it has the scale. That was the question I was answering. Yes, it has a scale, and I was able to weigh myself today. Daniel says, "Hey, having a good day, I hope." Destiny's Captain, the newest member, again from LDG, thank you. Dan Ben says, to Daniel's hot topic, he's talking about blood pressure. Lol. Well, it's not a funny topic. Jedi Bill says, Kapla, Brother Warrior, Bird of Prey 5, and all should hail Karoga. Absolutely. Jedi Bill, Kapla, Jedi Bill. And, those of you who I mentioned it at the end of last stream. I will bring it back up again today. But for those of you who can, please help our friend Jedi Bill. He has his GoFundMe up for computer parts. He needs help.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
He needs help raising money to get his PC working again. And there is the link to his GoFundMe. And 205 donated $2.49 and says, shit, I wanted to donate $1,000, but I'm not going to. Well, thank you. It's the thought that counts, as they say. It's the thought that counts, although in a more technical, logical way. It's not the thought. It's the dollars that counts, at least as much as the IRS is concerned. But as we're concerned, I understand it's the thought that counts. So thank you for thinking about choosing to donate $1,000. It means a lot. Again, not technically it doesn't, but in a way, it means a lot. Dan Ben says people shouldn't buy too many gift memberships on this channel. It's never been busy like Grand Central train station. That is true. It's well, I think there's only so many gift memberships that can be purchased, and then YouTube just doesn't know what to do with them if there's not enough channel members. The Travelers with Vertebrae 5. If I go back to that doctor who can see Star Trek actors, I will try to get more video shout outs. Oh, Doctor Who Khan, not Who Can. Doctor Who Khan that sees Star Trek actors. I'll try to get more video shout outs. Thank you, Traveler. Particularly any women. Although I've got Hoshi's and I've got Terry Farrell coming up at some point. Although Terry Farrell didn't do a great job at her, so maybe she'd try again. Daniel's Hot Topic says, shut up, Picard. Bat left to the face. The Travelers of Vertebrae, I hope you got my emoji message meaning. Your emoji message meaning. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's double check it. The Traveler says, greetings, bird. Hail, Karoga. Greetings, birds, salty turds, and I guess those are supposed to be nerds. Mamo Frey, Sisso Frey, Nephew Frey, Alpaca, and Tribbles. Greetings, birds, salty turds, and nerds, is the Traveler's usual greeting. Dan Vance is Bird of Prey. What is your favorite Star Trek film? This should be well known. My favorite Star Trek film is indeed my favorite film of all time. And that would be Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. The top of the top. Kitty Bear says, Hail all, Birdo Prey 5. I now see you 4 times bigger than you used to be. Awesome, I guess. 4 times bigger than I used to be. And are you using 1080p? The Traveler, again, with his kissing dice for all. I'm so sorry, Traveler, and that typo in the amount of the super chat. Yvette is sorry she broke it. Mike Richards is due to technical difficulties beyond our control. The Traveler says, shit, I thought I put in a $1. Son of a bitch. Richie Poole says the Traveler should be rewarded with 10 kissing faces. I don't think I can do 10. Pleasant Valley Picker, Canada says, always check your math. Kapla, Pleasant Valley Picker. The Traveler says, it's okay, just play. Richie Poole says, Dax is. Pleasant Valley Picker says, the extra 0 can be a problem. Dan Van says, if you give too much money, what you're supposed to do is contact your bank and cancel your payment. I would double check with YouTube about that, but I suppose that's one thing you can do. Richie Poole says, I did not type faces. Damn you, autocorrect. The Traveler says, everyone, don't ever say, I don't do anything good for everyone. Nobody would ever say that. Last on the case is no refunds. Says the great and mighty Emperor Omniscient Karogan leader, Verto 45. It's not me, it's YouTube that says that. Last on the K. I don't know if you were here one day, but years ago, when I was still, I don't know, I'd only been monetized for less than a year, I think. And I got a super chat for 400, not only US dollars, 400 pounds sterling, which was, or euros at the time. I forget if it was euros or pounds. I think it was pounds. Whatever it was, they were worth more than dollars at the time. It was well over 500 US dollars. And as it turned out, and I was, it hurt, it really hit me terribly. The guy didn't intend to give nearly that much. He was trying to do like 5 pounds sterling or 4 pounds sterling. And instead of putting in 4.00 or 4 apostrophe, a comma 00, it went in as 400, and he didn't notice. And, despite them giving one chance to check it before you purchase it, he thought he was just purchasing it for $4. And next thing you know, it was $400. And I right away, he told me, and I said, okay. I looked up what to do. I knew that there was no automatic refund there, and I double checked, I verified. There was absolutely nothing I could do for him. I messaged YouTube on his behalf, but YouTube says there's really nothing to do for me. He contacted YouTube. He contacted his bank or his credit card or whoever was making the payment. And I said, listen, I'll work with you, whatever, to get it. If you can get it reversed, that would be best. because if it came through me, which is what it ended up doing, I apologized to him. I said I'd love to cut him a check for the $400 and he could be back, but the reality of the situation is YouTube's not going to send me $400. YouTube is going to take their 30%. And then not only that, they're going to report it to the IRS. So I have to pay taxes on it as well. So when all was said and done, I did end up returning to him what I had left over, but it was 50%, pretty much was gone. So I felt horrible for him, but yeah, it was his first time doing it. It was a terrible experience for everyone. And the fact is, YouTube could easily provide us with a refund option. There's no reason they don't, except that they don't want to make it easy to refund people because that's their money. YouTube doesn't want to refund their money. It's more it's beneficial to them to don't do refunds. It's not make it easy. So absolutely be very, very careful. Make sure you check your math. You check your check everything before you do a super chat on YouTube because they are not going to give you your money back. And the Traveler says it's okay, just play it, and I did. Richie Poole says Daxes. Pleasant Valley Picker says that extra zero absolutely can be a problem. The Traveler says, don't do anything for everyone. I read that. Kitty Bear says, that looked awesome on my new 55-inch screen. Oh, awesome, Kitty Bear. DJ Ronnie G says, yeah, to Kitty Bear. Hey, DJ Ronnie. Stanley says, Kitty Bear, just too bad there's no HD remaster of DS9. There is a HD, not technically a remaster, but an HD upscale that's been done by community members that is out there in the wild. If you know where to Google, like if you do a Reddit search for HD DS9 HD upscale, you can find some links to download the HD version of DS9, and it is pretty good, pretty spectacular. Not as good as the official upscale that they did for TNG and the original series, but much better than the DVD version that's that you can buy. Yvette yells, it's a fake. Gorilla's Random Thoughts is Cupplot lurking. Cupplot Gorilla. Kitty Bear says to Stan Lee, I just meant the Kissing Dax clip. Yeah, that's been upscaled too. Pleasant Valley Picker says to Gorilla, I'm on blood pressure meds, and maybe he says that to everybody. I'm on blood pressure meds, and all good. Good to know, Pleasant Valley Picker. Stanley says they should call it a blood cam. Blood calm? Blood calm. Um, blood fresh. Blood pressure just stresses me out. Damn me. Kitty Bear says, did you enjoy the clip on Discord? Yes, Kitty Bear. Kitty Bear sent me a clip of a guy. Let's see. I don't know. Like martial artist who was able to breaking boards with his hands, but then he was able to break something with a piece of his body that that only men have. It was an impressive attack against, I don't know, a wooden board. Definitely come in handy if attacking somebody. Dan Ben says National Ice Cream Cone Day. Wow. Celebrate the cone and not the ice cream. Indeed, today. Today is National Ice Cream Cone Day. Dan Ben says blood Pepsi. Oh. Pleasant Valley Picker says even though the meds lower my blood pressure, some ladies can still raise it. Well, that's good because if I recall, the meds that lower my blood pressure used to make it hard. Well, actually, no, used to make it soft, hard. We used to make it hard to get hard, if you know what I'm talking about. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz is Kafla Bird. The best way to compensate for a mistaken super chat is more kissing back. That's probably true. Jedi Bill says, thank you, Birdo Prey. You are most welcome, Jedi Bill. Anti-Drew Jill says, hello, driving and listening. Awesome. Kapslata Anti-Drew Jill, who just earlier today had her 500 subscriber stream. She is now monetized. Congratulations to Anti-Derivative Jill. And everybody should check out her stream from earlier today. And I tell you, I learned a lot about pandas, panda bears, on Anti-Derivative Jill's stream. First, I found out that a lot of people are mistaken. A lot of people don't understand that a panda bear is indeed an actual bear. Like, it will eat you, okay? A panda bear is a bear. It will kill you if you do not want to attack a panda bear. It's not a marsupial. It's not technically a bear. What you're thinking about is a koala. A koala bear is not really a bear. It's just this fucking small animal that goes up and down trees and may or may not throw coconuts or shit at you. But whatever it does, a koala is not going to kill you. If you come across a panda bear in the woods, stay the fuck away from the panda. The panda might kill you. A koala is just going to annoy you. It's not going to kill you. A panda bear certainly might. And if you watched Anchorman, which is another awesome movie, maybe not as good as Star Trek 4, but still a top 10 movie of all time, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. You would learn about panda bears because there's a panda bear giving birth throughout that movie. It's one of the one of the B plots, shall we say. And yeah, you definitely learn that pandas are not to be trifled with. Stanley says, Pleasant Valley Picker, they isolate where the blood pressure occurs. Can they isolate where the blood pressure occurs? I don't think it works like that. Antidote of Jills is 1,000 Quatloos. Quatloos. Congrats. Pleasant Valley Picker says, hey, Jill, I think I've heard of you. Stanley says, topless. Topless. I don't know what that was. Pleasant Valley Picker says, Stanley, sure, any lady I'm with can tell. Stanley says, apparently Adriana from Sopranos is on OnlyFans now. Oof. Adriana. No, not the daughter. That's that Chris's girlfriend / wife. The one who well, the one who became a FBI informant. Yeah. Yeah. No, Meadow was the daughter. She would make good money. OnlyFans. Where were we? Oh, okay. You see me bigger because it's a 55-inch TV. Now I understand. That was way back. Oh yeah, Mama Bray, come please do your tale. Everybody, I'm sure, is waiting for it. Okay, when your poker game is over. Okay. I'll just find out where I was. Split pot. That's good. Okay. So Stanley says Adriana from Sopranos is on OnlyFans now. Stanley says he's waiting for Mead or Eddie, Meadow or Eddie. Meadow, Stanley, if you're a fan of Meadow Soprano, you make sure you've seen the HBO series Entourage. I liked it. I know a lot of people didn't care for it, but it's a pretty good series on what the life of a movie star is like, basically. A guy from Queens, New York, ends up becoming a movie star, and he takes his friends with him, and they living the Hollywood life. And it's for somebody, granted, I wasn't in Hollywood, but I was in that Southern California rich folks world for a while with my job. It was pretty spot on. Surprisingly spot on from what I could tell. And I for my friends who, really couldn't understand what I was trying to explain my life was like, that was the closest I could thing on TV that I could tell them to watch. Anyway, on that show, one of the guys casually starts dating the girl who played Meadow Soprano, and she plays herself, so she knows she played Meadow Soprano. everybody knows that that was Meadow Soprano. So like, you're dating Meadow Soprano. And she was very down to earth. And I suspect she probably is. She probably played her quite naturally. But yeah, it's a good, if you're a Meadow Soprano fan, should definitely watch Entourage. Pleasant Valley Picker says Android road of Jill to drive safe. And Gorilla says PvP, yes, we are reviewing The Braggart. The Random Menace says if I really donated 1K, I would end up in a pile of bloody goo with only broken bones sticking out. Babies are expensive. How can such a small creature produce so much waste? Okay, Bobo Prey.
Hello. Hi, guys, gals, and again. Well, Sassy wants to take over the microphone. Come on, Sassy. Anyway, hello, everyone. Earlier today, I was on Facebook, and I don't normally get sentimental about many things. I'm just not that kind of person. But up popped a memory that I had posted 6 years ago. And it was a picture of the house that Bird O'Prey and Sis O'Prey grew up in. And it just, like so many memories, came flooding back to me. And I wrote on I reposted it, and I wrote, "Those were the days," and just moved on with my day. Well, when I went back to it, I know Carlo Albanese, he liked it, and most of the other people were friends from that era. And I just started thinking. Now, to begin with, the block we lived on was a really long block. But we were at the end, at a corner, and we had so many friends, not just acquaintances, but our neighbors became our friends. And we spent a lot of time in the summer. It was after dinner, at least for our end of the block, almost all the adults were outside. We would go, I would make the coffee, my other neighbor would bring the cake, and we would go directly across the street to another neighbor's driveway. And not just the women, if the husbands were around, they were there too. We just had like a good time. All the kids were out playing, running back and forth, doing whatever they were doing. And this was a nightly occurrence when the weather was warm. When the weather was cold, we'd usually wind up in my house, playing cards, talking, having coffee. But this was our life. And if the parents weren't there, the kids were. Goodness, our house was kid central. How would you say that, Bird?
Yeah, that would be fair.
That would be fair to say. There was always kids. Sis O'Pre's friends, Bird's friends, nobody's friends, just kids would come. No, really. Like, who invited them? Nobody. But anyway, the point being, and then other people that didn't live on the block, just in general, the mothers and fathers of their schoolmates, their classmates. We would go out to dinner. We had our whole social life. Besides visiting our relatives, was based around that neighborhood. And there was a song, 1968, Mary, I can't remember the last name of the singer, called Those Were the Days. And that's when I teared up. When I started, I couldn't remember all the words, so I had to play it. And I just teared up because those were the days. And if you guys have anything like that in your life at this time, if you have children growing up or about to grow up, Joseph, or even you're in a position that you're in a nice place with friends and neighbors, cherish it. Even if you're working like crazy and you only have a few minutes here or there, cherish this time because it's going to not always be there. Might get better, might get worse, but it certainly will change. And I just got very emotional today. And though I am grateful for Facebook, because on Facebook I can still have chats and see pictures of the people that meant so much to me back then. So just cherish whatever you have, guys, because the one thing for sure in life, it changes. And on the sadder note, when I think back to those days, so many people that were dear to me are gone. They're gone. And that's going to happen too. I had a friend, in fact, one of the people I'm talking about used to say, I don't want anybody at my funeral. So finally, after he said it a few times, I said, why are you saying that? He says, because I want to outlive all my friends. He almost did, but he didn't. Anyway, guys, life changes. Things get better, things get worse. So every day, count your blessings. And I'm not really a religious person, but on that note, of course, one of my biggest blessings are right here next to me. I have two others. One is tiny. He's about 3 foot tall. And he called me the other night. And my phone rings. And I said, oh, Charlie. Hey, Grandma. How are you? I said, I'm good, Charlie. How are you? And he starts laughing. And he turns around to his mother. And he says, Mommy, go away. She says, where am I supposed to go? He says, go in the kitchen. I just started laughing. He wanted to play. He had a little duck in his hand, a rubber ducky, and I had I don't know, a puppet-like blue alligator, but he thinks it's a frog, so he just, like, out of nowhere, 3 years old, like, he wanted to talk to Grandma, Mommy, go away. So, as much as you miss what has been, there is always what will be. Okay, guys, I'm going back to playing poker.
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. Everyone, have a good weekend wherever you are. Bye.
It is appreciated, Mama Frey. Thank you. Thank you. Captain Phantom Nerd says, hello, Berto Prey 5. Hello, Captain. Dan Lee says, the Random Menace. It only ate 5 ounces of applesauce. Says, guess you're still just milk. Is she pumping or is it formula? Sometimes it helps if you get it going, like siphoning gasoline. Kitty Bear says, I've now got a 4K 55-inch screen instead of 4 times 27-inch 1080p monitors. Stanley, it says, Bird of Prey 5. I once used a bank card machine at a sub sandwich shop. And he tried entering his PIN as the tip. Dan Van says, I hope your PIN was something like 1, 2, 3, 4, as opposed to 9999. Stanley says, I tried to enter PIN as a tip. Yeah. Dan Van says, I've been on Trek Yard live videos where someone's accidentally given large sum of money. That happened a few times on me. I would say it's not unheard of. There should definitely be a refund option. The Travelers is Bird of Prey 5. At least I didn't put $400. $10 is not that big a deal. I understand that, Traveler, and that's why I didn't end the stream and call you and figure out what you wanted to do. Had you put $400, I would have done, listen, whatever I could either way, but I certainly would have jumped harder at it. Stanley says, ended up spending my birth date on a foot long of assorted deli meat sandwich. He says, hey, Google is a bit tight right now. Give them a break. Yeah. The Travelers is Bird of Prey 5. It's a ripoff how much YouTube takes off the top. Well, that's what they like to do. Stanley says Google probably already spent it. Didn't have any extra cash till payday. Pleasant Valley Picker says, exactly, Bird. YouTube takes a cut like they aren't rich enough already. Well, that's how they become rich, Pleasant Valley Picker. That's how they became rich. Stanley says, oh, someone didn't like an AI upscale. It's very complicated the way they do it. Like each frame has to be specifically chosen in the upscale. It's not just automatic. You don't just paste in, an hour-long episode and wait for it to finish. Every scene, I mean, maybe not every frame, but certainly every scene has to be done separately. And within any scene, certain frames also need manual adjustments. It can take hours and hours and hours to edit and render, one episode. And each series is hundreds of episodes. So you're talking many, many hours of many hours of work to do it. Daniel's Hot Topics says today is September 22nd, 2023. It's the 30th anniversary of the awesome game Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Happy 30th anniversary, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That was a great game and still is. Stanley says, but just won't be one like it did for TNG. That was a huge project. Kitty Bear says, I always have to alter my super chat amount. It always wants to send 1,000 euros when I open it. I used to open it with 2 euros a year ago. Wow. That's crazy. Stanley says,
Thank you.
And I don't think they ever made much Voyager on 35 millimeter. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of Voyager that they can upscale. Dan Ben says, didn't they make one Deep Space Nine episode in HD officially? Not that I'm aware of, Dan Ben. Stanley says, Vertebrae reminds me of when Howard Stern got in trouble for having a guy on the show playing Piano Man with his penis on the radio. That people called in and complained. Oh, well, people can complain about anything. Pleasant Valley Figures is Bird. Are you saying he broke wood with his wood? It's certainly what it looked like. Although I'm sure it was a fake. It's a fake. Mike Richards says, beware the power of Dick Fu. Kitty Bears with Pleasant Valley Picker. The guy's wood was harder than wood. Stanley's with Pleasant Valley Picker. Wonder if it was used like a swinging an axe. Pleasant Valley Figures of Stanley. Penises equal multi-tool. Stanley's with Pleasant Valley Picker. Or did it by extending. Pleasant Valley Figures with Kitty Bear. I feel sorry for his girlfriend. Low spec Linux laptop is in the house. Got a lot of low spec Linux laptop. Stanley used to think it's a marsupial. Yeah, people are very confused as to the nature of panda bears. Go Gadget Penis says little last son of K. Kyle Cullen gives a live long and prosper. Kitty Bear says pandas do not eat meat. They eat bamboo. They will, however, maul you. Well, they won't eat you, but they will kill you. Stanley says, the Pleasant Valley Picker, Canada. I could probably poke a hole in a tissue if you hold it close enough. Pleasant Valley Picker is lolling at Stan Lee. Stan Lee says, Fry's girlfriend? Shies? Does that mean Chris? I don't know. The Traveler says, yay, Mamo pray. And Dan Van says, I'm glad Star Trek Discovery is finishing, but then we get an Academy show. Jedi Bill says, thank you to the Traveler for the kind support. Stan Lee says, Eddie Falco, the mom, lol. Entourage, yeah, Entourage. Yeah, she's Turtle's girlfriend. That's exactly who she was. Stanley says, you can't go wrong with a hot, topless chick in nearly every episode. That's true. Entourage. Entourage was a good show. Stanley says his older brother is the best. Yeah, he is. Yeah, there was a time he's like, oh my God, she's a furry. And he decides Turtle wouldn't go through with it. So the brother puts on the animal costume. The Travelers with Jedi Bill asked Bird to put in $10. You know he has it now. Stanley says, Bird 45, yeah, I visited some of those properties and they have an ocean in their backyard. Oh man, yeah. Well, the ocean is, the real houses have infinity pools and they're in the mountains. Those are the nice ones. The ocean, anybody can have ocean houses. Last on the K says Moptail. Yay, a Moptail, says Gorilla. And the Traveler says Sassy can talk. Yeah, she talks to Mama Fry all the time. Jedi Bill says you will always bring a smile to my face when you share a Mamo Prey tale. Kapla Mamo Prey. She's saying thank you. Dan Lee is yelling, hustle, poker. Dan Van says, oh, you mean Mary Hopkins? Those were the days, 1968. My granddad liked that song. Kyle Cullen says, wise words. Event says, Mama Pray, I have that song in my playlist. Just played it backstage. Dan Lee says, I remember when you had to schedule phone time so it didn't cost a fortune. Dan Lee says, don't lose the house. Gorilla's Random Thoughts is wonderful story, Mama Pray. Thank you. Dan Van says, if I want to watch a Star Trek clip on YouTube, I'm watching original or remastered, not some AI upscale. Well, I quite enjoy the AI upscale of DS9, so I don't know what to tell you. Stanley says, I have to check it out. So not just like an FSD show, pixel dubbing kind of deal. No. It's very much a labor of love. Disney Sheepherder says, showing support and smashing that like button. Can't stay. Work is hell. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Disney Sheepherder, but it is appreciated. Kronos is Kapla, Bruto Pray 5, and Jack Kapla, Kronos. What did I miss? You missed the Mama Pray tale, Kronos, unless you were here for it. And Kronos says, Doe. Yes, you missed the Mama Pray tale. The Random Menace says, Kronos is alive. Kronos says, time dude, how is the family? And how far behind the chat? Kronos, I just caught up. I just caught up to you in the chat. That's how far behind I'm not. We're not far behind at all at this point. Let's see. Okay. Let's bring up Jedi Bill's GoFundMe. We had okay. There we go. September holidays. It is September 22nd, and it's American Business Women's Day. Who runs the world? Girls. Who runs the business world? Business women. Well, at least they're finally being honest about it. It's American Indian Day. Get ready to learn everything about Native American Day. Celebrate with us today. So today is the American Indian Day. It's also, wait a second, Car-Free Sunday. Today's not Sunday. Today's Friday. So why is Friday, September 22nd, Car-Free Sunday? Oh, I know why. Because who runs the businesses? Women. Hey, they said it. They say it. Who runs the business world? Business women. And on the very same line, they're saying Friday, September 22nd is Car-Free Sunday. It's time for us to ditch our cars and celebrate Car-Free Sunday. Oh, really? And let's see, do they even mention the fact that it's Friday? It says it in the graphic. Friday, September 22nd, Car Free Sunday, September 22nd. World Free Car Day. Oh, so it's not Sunday. Now it's just World Free Car Day. And that's a different name. First, it's saying it's Car Free Sunday. Now they're saying it's World Free Car Day. It's celebrated every September 22nd. The day encourages motorists to give up their cars for a day. Some cities and countries organize the events in celebration of this day. The events, which vary by location, give motorists and commuters a glimpse of what their locality would be with fewer cars. Mama places we had this glimpse during COVID. Projects of this nature have taken place to a time on a light basis, beginning in 1973 with the oil crisis. It was only in October 1994 that there was a structured call for such projects in a keynote speech by Eric Britton at the home of the International Sayouds Accessible Conference, which was held in Toledo, Spain. History of Car Free Sunday. Car Free Sunday has its origins in the Environmental Transport Association set the inaugural annual Car Free Day on the first Tuesday in their Green Transport Week, which was sometime around the 17th of June. In 2000, the agreement was made for it to be a self-standing day held on September 22nd, originally as a pan-European day, organized under the sponsorship of the European Commission. It was later expanded globally. During this time, a large number of cities around the world were invited to close their centers to cars. Pedestrians, cyclists, and other forms of sustainable transportation were encouraged instead. Okay, but when did it not become Sunday? I don't think they even realize that it's not Sunday. The first Car Free Sunday in Singapore, Third World Car Free Day. I thought you weren't supposed to call it the Third World anymore. The Third World Car Free Day, promoted by Carbusters, now World Car Free Network, takes place in September 2002. Now, yeah, this is definitely a mistake. It's Chain Mail Day. Today we celebrate the ancient piece of defense armor. It's Dear Diary Day. Prepare your pens and notebooks as we mark a day dear to all of us. I used to keep a diary when I was like a kid and I wanted attention, like the 2 days a year I wanted attention from classmates. I'd bring my diary to school. And I would always end up throwing it out by the end of the day. Fall Prevention Awareness Day. Fall Prevention Awareness Day is a very serious matter that we all need to be paying attention to. And they're showing a handicap-enabled bathroom with grab bars in the shower and a shower chair. Yeah. I do suggest everybody should have a shower chair, even if you can stand just fine. Sitting down in your shower, just hanging out under the shower, whatever, the shower head. It's good. It's fun. It makes you feel clean and relaxed. It's just it's a good old thing to do. It's also Hobbit Day. A pass on that. Hug a Vegetarian Day. I mean, if I could hug a vegetarian day without fear of being arrested or called, you can't just hug somebody these days without getting like consent. What's the fun in getting consent for a hug? The fuck? You can say, well, why'd you hug me? Well, you're a vegetarian, aren't you? Well, yeah, well, it's Hug a Vegetarian Day. I feel like that was somebody made that up, and it took on a life of its own. International Day of Radiant Peace. Prepare your hearts, prepare your hearts and minds in celebration of the radiant peace that connects us all. Pass. Mali Independence Day, Michigan Indian Day, National Centenarians Day. Get ready your minds as we celebrate and draw insight from the deep wells of centennial wisdom. Those are people 100 years old. National Elephant Appreciation Day. A great time to give these majestic and beautiful creatures the respect they deserve. It's also National Girls' Night In Day. Call up the girls. It's time to pour some drinks and reconnect. National Legwear Day. National White Chocolate Day. That's disgusting. I hate white chocolate. It's so fucking unnatural. Find luscious white chocolate basking in non-debatable sweet creamy goodness. Pass. It's Native American Day, apparently different from American Indian Day. This holiday is observed in several states and celebration of Native American culture. It's World Car Free Day. Also Car Free Sunday if it was Sunday, but it's not. And finally, World Rhino Day. Rhinos are slowly becoming an endangered species. Awareness is needed to keep all 5 species alive. So there's 5 different species of rhinoceroses, including the one that's for Christmas. So it's National Elephant Appreciation Day and World Rhino Day. What the fuck? Couldn't they be on different days? That's wait, what's the chances? It's like what, a zebra and a fucking what are those things with the long necks? Giraffe. A zebra and a giraffe, are they going to share a day too? That's bullshit. They should have different days. Fucking, you don't put lions and tigers on the same day. You don't put elephants and rhinoceroses. What next? Hippopotamuses? Oh, that's the hippopotamus for Christmas. Son of a bitch. See, that's all the more confusing. Hippopotamus for Christmas. I wonder what would make a better Christmas gift, a hippopotamus or a rhinoceros? I heard hippos are more deadly than rhinoceroses. You would think the rhinoceros is more deadly because it's got that, unicorn-like horn right in the center. And you would think, oh my God, he would just be impaled by that. But a hippopotamus has such a giant mouth and such strong teeth that it just fucking bites down and it just crushes you. I don't know. Would you rather face off against a hippopotamus or a rhinoceros? That is like a serious question. I would say, wait, can I get 30 minutes to Google? Because they're like, 1 minute isn't really going to be enough. I need at least 30 minutes to Google to see who I'd rather fight, a hippopotamus or a rhinoceros. And then there's the possibility that you realize neither one do you have any hope of winning. So you have to decide, do you want to go with your best chance of winning, or do you just realize, do you want to go with your best chance of it ending the quickest with as little pain as possible? I don't know. That would have to be. Normal prices use the 30 minutes to call an Uber. I don't know. I don't like putting my life in somebody else's hands. But anyway, what's going on in the chat? Kronos says, Doe. The random menace says Kronos is alive. Jedi Bill says, hello, brother warrior Kronos. Great to see you today. Dan Van says, yeah, apparently TOS Season 2 Blu-ray. They included the episode of DS9 Trials and Tribulations upscaled. Oh, that's cool. The TOS Season 2 Blu-ray. Really? Huh. Okay. Stan Lee says, Kronos of such little faith. Kronos says, Jedi Bill, I was lurking on karaoke, FYI. Stan Lee says he's right up to date. Kronos says, hey to Stan. Stan Lee says, guess it goes faster without having to go through all of yours. Kronos says, what is a core part? The random menace is Kronos. Thanks for asking. The little ones are sleeping, and the wife is really great. By the little ones, I mean the human baby and the feline baby I rescued 7 weeks ago. Stan Lee says, hot girls with see-through white blouses. Kronos says, I hope you don't get the babies mixed up. That would be funny. Stan Lee says, I thought the Indian wasn't PC. Apparently. The feather or the dot, asked Kronos. These are feather. Kronos is a sexist would say. Kronos says everyone should ditch their Jeeps and eat bugs. Not at my house. The random menace is Kronos, so far so good. One is using diapers, the other one the litter box. Their cleaning duties are similar, but not the same. Kronos says Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. What day is today? Today is Friday. Mama Bray hopes Random Menace never makes a mistake and puts Olivia down in the litter box. Stan Lee says Kronos home mode. Dan Van says, who runs the world? Girls is song, lyrics by Beyonce. Kronos says litter boxes would work for both, right? Dan Van says, are you sure it's not Sunday in Australia? I'm sure. Random Menace says Kronos one day, maybe. Kronos says the Random Menace, what a time saver. Kronos says, I thought it was a dairy day. Dan Van says, when you send chain mail, I thought you meant that horrible chain letter people would get sent if you had it on. Stanley's is sitting down to take a leak. Chrono says, I forgot about chain mail letters. I only had to deal with that once. I didn't know what to do. I needed addresses to send to people, or else I was going to get 20 years of bad luck. So I had access to the I had access to all the addresses of my classmates in my science class. So I just copied their addresses and sent it to them. I had to do it. I must have missed one, because I got the bad luck. Yeah, I guess I should have sent more out. Uh, where are we? Gorilla says, I ain't walking 20 effing miles home from work. Why would you? Because it's car free. Yeah. The random S is Kronos, 3 litter boxes I am cleaning twice a day, and about 10 plus diapers a day. Time consuming are both. The diapers, however, are way more expensive. Kronos says, can you just line the boxes with diapers? Kronos says, everyone is making up these days. Where is mail? Kronos says, she looks like she is into elephants. The random S is Kronos, sand is cheaper, but for the baby would probably be abrasive. And Kronos says, yeah, rash issues. Kronos says he could use a free car. And rhinos are the worst. Not that type of rhino. Random Menace says all cars are free if you are brave enough. Random Menace says, what's a zebra? Sounds large. Not a zebra. Kronos says, bird of prey, when is Karogan Appreciation Day? Every day is Karogan Appreciation Day. Last on the case is Elephant Appreciation Day and Rhino Day. In other words, Lizzo Day. Kronos says, I think hippos are more dangerous. I think so too. Random says, doctors do take the hippo oath, right? I don't think it's the hippo oath, the Hippocratic oath. Kronos says, please don't make fun of Lizzo. She is just big bone. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello to Kronos. Says hey back. Last on the case is Lizzo has bones bigger than the largest dinosaur. And Kronos asks, a Lizosaurus? Dan Van says, I don't know if they included that DS9 upscale on any other TOS, DVD, or Blu-ray. I'm surprised if it was included on a Blu-ray or DVD, because I never saw it. Not on any included. I don't think DS9 never came out on Blu-ray. But yeah, TOS did. TOS did. Dan Van says, Kevin James, big bones, lol. Low Specs Linux laptop says, we'll sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge. Corona says, high, low, and Jeep free day. That was Kronos. Last on the case is, why do the residents of Japan call Lizzo walking through? Why do the residents of Japan call Lizzo walking through Tokyo? Good Rizzo, stomp, stomp. Well, for those who are watching Anti-Derivative Jill's stream, you got to see Galizzo meet Bambi. Meet Bambi. Okay. Let's see. It's in our Google News briefing for today. Senator Bob Menendez and his wife, Nadine, indicted on bribery charges. And we've got a storm headed up. Tropical storm Ophelia forms off the U.S. East Coast, expected to bring heavy rain and wind. And yeah, they're headed. Come on, I want to see the map, you son of a bitch. I don't want to see you stupid people. Put up the map. Put up the map. You're now playing. Just show the fucking map. Thank you. For fuck's sake. Potential, I don't know. Potential path of storm. It's currently out in the ocean at 8 a.m. Friday. Of course, they don't show where it's going to be in 24 hours. 2 p.m. Saturday, 2 a.m. Sunday, 2 a.m. Monday. It's in southern New Jersey. 2 a.m. Sunday. It can be anywhere from Washington, D.C. to southern New Jersey. And 2 a.m. Monday. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 2 a.m. Sunday to 2 a.m. Monday, it barely moves. So 2 a.m. Monday, it's at the very southern tip of New Jersey. So maybe by Tuesday, it's over New York City. Although, well, we're going to get hit with rain tomorrow, but the center of the storm is still way to the south of us. Yeah. Tracking tropical storm Ophelia could bring dangerous conditions to South and Mid-Atlantic states. You know, that's unfortunate. White House preparing for government shutdown as House Republicans lack a viable endgame for funding. Biden announces White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Tropical storm tracker show what it could mean for New York. Good Samaritan attacked for confronting bully on NYC subway. Cops say. I'm not surprised. City nixes Fordham Road busway, outraging public transit advocates. Doll E3 with ChatGPT could spell the end of text prompts. Sony Z1E1 review, the best vlogging camera to date by a big margin. UK regulator provisionally approves Microsoft's Activision Blizzard buyout. Tropical storm likely to bring heavy rain to Massachusetts. Murdoch family trust. The real battle over succession is yet to begin. iPhone. Come on, give me something. Apple issues emergency security update for iPhone, iPad. Why Microsoft CEO says Copilot AI assistant will be significant. Audio call from pilot to dispatcher says light on missing F-35 plane. GTA 6 teaser posted by Rockstar massively split fans. Oh, great. New movies. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the deal is with the GTA 6 teaser. That lady is from GTA 5. Okay, if they brought her into GTA 6, that was the best thing they could do because that was the hottest part of GTA 5. However, I feel like that's just bullshit and that she's really not going to be in GTA 6. One day, Rockstar Games will drop a genuine teaser for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's a day I've thought a lot about, not simply because I'm too excited to see what the devs have been cooking up, because I'm almost 100% certain that it will send the internet into a hype frenzy unlike anything we've ever seen before. I don't know. I think Grand Theft Auto's best days are behind it. Many Grand Theft Auto fans hope GTA 6 announcement would be made over the weekend as GTA 5 celebrated its 10th anniversary. Come on, guys, hang in there. We've waited a decade. We can wait a bit longer. Chances are a reveal is almost definitely going to happen in the next year. Already, fans have been able to piece together a map based off last year's leaks. It's said to include over 100 unique locations to explore. Another leaker claims GTA 6 will include money laundering and witness intimidation. Today, though, I bring you news of a hot debate amongst fans. Is a recent Rockstar social media post a teaser, or is it simply an ordinary image? Take a look at this incredible Vice City remaster mod. And of course, it's all blacked out. I hate to see this, but I'm pretty sure this isn't a teaser. It hasn't stopped GTA 6 fans from debating it, though. Honestly, I can't blame them for wanting to look at promising signs. As reported by Dexter to a fan account, GTA 6 Countdown pointed out the apparent tease. Over on Instagram, Rockstar posted a key GTA 5 graphic in celebration of the 10th anniversary of the game, but fans spotted a few subtle changes. Rockstar subtly hints at GTA 6 with a picture they posted to celebrate GTA 5's 10th anniversary, featuring a plane headed towards the 6 sign, which wasn't in the original. Okay. Yeah. The edited, updated version of the telephone pole seems to form a 6 shape, and the plane featured or original art appears to have changed direction. And there's assholes outside holding their fucking horns down because of traffic on the street. Yeah, it's really going to get people to move. I'm going to be honest, I don't think Rockstar Games remembers the original picture and just threw this together at the last minute, said one fan. The plane is also headed south. Vice City, claimed another. You're reaching a lot, says one comment. Which side are you on? Yeah, that's, I think they're all reaching. Disappointing update. Okay. Yeah. No, bless you, Mama, pray. Doesn't appear to be any Star Trek news in the news today. Mm. Mm. Guys, we'll do Wordle in a bit. I'm going to take a pill and we're going to put on a commercial break. But first 5-letter word, I will use that for Wordle.
Break free and feel. Feel how splendid you are with the fragrance created by Gloria Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, a rich, expressive fragrance that reveals to the world just how splendid you are. Vanderbilt, let it release the splendor of you. Vanderbilt.
The Computer Factory wants you to get the competitive edge with the Apple rebate sale. Purchase a qualifying Apple system now and get cash back. Buy the Apple IIgs for only $549 after Apple rebate, or the Apple IIc for only $549 after rebate, or the powerful Macintosh Plus for only $1,449 after Apple rebate. Hurry in to your nearest Computer Factory store for their lowest prices of the year on Apple. Plenty of stock on hand at all Computer Factory locations.
Go on. Why resist it? Sugar-free Jell-O gelatin. Give in, give in, give in to the taste. Cool and refreshing, deliciously tempting.
It tastes like jello to me.
How can it be? Give in, give in, give in to the taste.
It's made with NutraSweet.
And it's only 8 calories. Sugar-free Jell-O gelatin. Give in, give in, give in to the taste.
What's in this little blue egg that keeps Barbara Eden looking slim and trim?
Oh, there's only one answer to that. It's Legs Control Top Pantyhose. See, Legs slims and trims but doesn't bind. So you get comfort and control.
Stretching, bending, standing, sitting. There's one pantyhose that's always spinning. Nothing beats a great pair of legs.
Joe Bunner and Steve McQueen.
Never rode shotgun in a hearse before.
In one of the greatest Western epics ever made, The Magnificent Seven, Thursday night at 8 on TV 50.
Every 34 seconds, somebody buys a new Chevy Cavalier. In fact, before this day is through, over 1,000 people will drive away in new Cavaliers. There goes another one.
The big one's back, and Chevy's got it. 1.9% financing on this big choice of new Chevy cars and trucks, or up to $1,000 cash back. The big one could be the best reason to see your Chevy dealer now.
Have a Morley day. The Morley Candy Maker's way. Yes, they can let the sun in with faces smiling. Morley shows you the way.
With copper kettle caramel, fancy nuts, sweet coconut, plum fruits, and lots of chocolate, all inside a box of Morley chocolates.
You ever wonder why your radio has 5 buttons? I mean, why do you need 5 buttons? No matter which button you hit, all the stations seem to be playing all the same song. That's why I like WCSX 94.7 FM so much. It's classic rock all the time, and every day is a no-repeat day. You'll never hear the same song twice. Isn't that better than... Anything's better. Perry Como's better.
Classic rock, 94.7 WCSX, where every day is a no-repeat day.
I mean, Slim Whitman's better.
Welcome back. Let's see. Chrono says, "Go, go, Godzilla." And he asked, "Did Bambi win? Son of a bitch." Star Trek Nitpicker says, "Kapla Bird, how are you with being able to get to the doctor now?" I am still not able to get to any doctors. Star Trek nitpicker, but I am getting to the point that I'm getting doctors that are a little bit able to get some doctors that can come to me, but not a whole lot. I'm in better condition than I was, but not great. The reality is, I'm dealing with lawyers. I'm trying to get some help at home. That's going to be very time consuming and troublesome to get. I also have have another dental issue I've got to deal with, and yeah, it's. I don't even want to get into it right now. Um, we're just trying to keep it out of mind for now. So that's why I haven't been back to things the way they have been. I've still got a ways to go. I'm sorry. We're just, things are not great. I'm not talking about it as much, but things are still not too great. Kronos says, did you hijack that fighter jet? I wish I did, Kronos. But if I did, I wouldn't have crashed it. Kronos says, I think I played the first Grand Theft Auto. I played every Grand Theft Auto. The first 2 Grand Theft Autos were overhead games. You just played from overhead and you would run around and shoot or jump in a car, and you would do it, but you would be literally overhead view. Grand Theft Auto 3, it changed to a first person view. And that's when things were never the same. Things were never the same after Grand Theft Auto 3. It was actually, there was a game called Postal. Postal and Postal 2 was even before Grand Theft Auto. And man, if there was a game after I played Postal, like I wanted to buy a gun. I wanted to buy a gun, not because I wanted to do what the guys could do in Postal, but because I realized that there were people out there like that, and that I needed a way to protect myself. And Kronos says there was Star Trek news. And Nitpicker says beep honk honk. Kronos says I saw it. I saw the Star Trek news. I didn't see it, Kronos. Star Trek Nitpicker says my review of Lower Decks. Thank you, Star Trek Nitpickers. Yeah. The latest episode of Lower Decks, the Orion episode. Not my favorite. I don't know yours yet. I didn't watch your review yet. Star Trek Nitpickers puts in the 5-letter word of Earth. So we're going to play today. We're going to start Wordle with Earth. E-A-R-T-H. And we've got an H at the end and an R. Let's see. Kronos says boobs. And he says, wow, 1,500. Star Trek Nitpicker says, you rock the Kronos. Kronos says, fake sugar gives you cancer. Nitpickers gives a live long and prosper. Hey, Nitpickers says Kronos. Nitpickers is laughing. Nitpicker says, those look like high quality pantyhose. Houses is a word, says Kronos. It is, but we know it's not that. Star Trek Nitpicker says Chevy's got it. Chevy Chase. Cronos says it's time for another vacation. Dan Ben says, chocolates. And Cronos says sugar is another word. Yeah, but it can't be sugar. Dan Ben says radio stations do repeat songs. Absolutely. They have to. Cronos says, bird of prey, can you get doctors that can also snuggle? I'm not aware of any doctors that also snuggle, Kronos. Star Trek Nitpicker says, my boss says you can get an ambulance to transport you even if it's not an emergency with Medicaid. Yes, with Medicaid, I have Medicare. But also, I could pay for an ambulance to transport me. But the problem is the place I'm going has to be able to accept me in an ambulance. The doctor's office has to be able to accept patients on stretchers, and they have to, they have to have, if they're on a other than a first floor, there needs to be an elevator big enough for a stretcher to fit in. And then the offices need to be big enough, wide enough. Hallways have to be long enough, and doors have to open wide enough for the gurneys to fit through and fit in. And that's not easy. Maybe maybe in a small town or somewhere where the buildings are relatively new, that's not a problem. But in New York City, where buildings, are 40, 50 years old, 100 years old, some of them, none of this stuff is, none of this can be taken for granted. And very few medical offices are able to accommodate. Even medical offices that are relatively new and built near hospitals are not necessarily able to accept patients in a stretcher. And I say this, we've done this. We've tried to go, and we'd get there and they couldn't see us. More than one occasion. So these are serious issues. It's not about the money, even so much. It's about being able to go someplace. Last on the case is Bird already has a crow nurse who snuggles. And Kronos says he's not cheap. Cody Guy says, hey, Kronos has heard of Postal. It was a good game. Kronos says, hey, Cody. And Kronos says, boobs. And yeah, $1,500 for a Macintosh computer way back then. Dan Ben says, when you're looking at Google News, you got down to the section and there was a picture of Captain Archer, but you didn't click the article. Oh, Dan Ben saw it too. Well, okay. Well, I still have it open. Oh, inverse. 18 years later, Star Trek finally fixed one embarrassing episode. Oh, fuck you. No. Okay, no. This Lower Decks bullshit. Okay, Lower Decks, fuck you, not canon. I fuck you. No. You know what? I did not see it. It doesn't exist. What? There's no article. There's no article. You just have somebody speculating. Fan fiction. Bullshit. Earth. Let's see, RH. What the fuck? What ends in H and it has an R? Let's see. What, CH? RU. R E A I R I C H. Let's see. Would be rich. RICH. So what comes before that? Rich, lurch, birch, BIRCH. No, it can't be birch. But rich. Is that a word? No. Pritch, which, W I R, words. No, it can't be T. Birch, pitch, dirt. Let's see. Let's just try that. Okay, so it starts with B. There's no I. Oh, A, E, I, O, or U. And again, it ends. There's no C. So RH, nothing ends in RH. So BR, what else? It's not CH, it's not TH. EH, no, that's F, rough. Right, nothing ends in RH. SH, brush, BRUSH. There we go. Okay, got it in 3. Got it in 3. Kronos is lolling, as does Dan Ben. Schwario says, Kapla bird. Sorry I'm late. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Kapla Schwario. Kronos says, at least there was a bit of a rant there. Last on okay is troll journalist. Kronos says, hey to Schwario. Mike Richards is rough. And Kronos is right. Nitpicker says, I asked Gene Roddenberry if Lower Decks was canon, and he said yes. So there, Bird. I think he was too dizzy. He was too dizzy from spinning in his grave. Miranda Menace is saying flush and crush, but no, I got it. Last on the K says, I forget, no T. And the Kronos calls me a cheater, as does Cody Guy. There was no cheating. There was no cheating. That was me actually doing Wordle. Okay. Let's head on over to Dear Bob. Dear Bob, what is more important, teaching kids how to tell analog time or how to dial old style phones? Oh, I think the clock. We still use analog clocks. I don't think anybody uses old style phones. And if they do, they can certainly upgrade them to at least dial, push button phones. Nobody has to use the manual dial, like dit, 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 dit. What were those called? I forget what they're even called. There was a name. Yeah, definitely the clock. Because, I mean, if you're going to have a watch, like a classy watch, or just a nice clock on the wall, you need to know how to tell analog time. So definitely spend your time teaching kids how to tell time rather than how to turn the dial of a phone if given the option. I mean, ideally you would do both, but if you can only do one or the other, the clock. Chrono says, bop, bop. And last on the case is Gurr spinning in his grave. He's calling anything canon if it made him more money. Rotary. Thank you, Star Trek nitpickers and Kronos. Rotary phones. I'd forgotten. Yeah. Rotary phone. Dear Bob, I want to thank you for everything you do for us. I pray for your health and your family. I hope you can continue your streams and funny videos. Live long and prosper, my friend. Oh, thank you so much. Dear Bob, my coworker keeps saying retarded cracker by me. How can a cracker be retarded when it doesn't have a brain? Maybe he means small. Maybe he means a small size. Are you a small person? Maybe like the cracker was just didn't develop to full size. That's the ticket. Or just don't associate with that person. Dear Bob, life to boldly go watch Star Trek reruns. Live to boldly go and watch Star Trek reruns, maybe? I don't even consider them reruns. They're just Star Trek to me. Dear Bob, joke. Why did Worf change his hair color? It was a good day to die. Lol. D-Y-E. I get it. I got it. Dear Bob, joke. We have engaged the Borg. Now for the wedding. That one I don't think I've ever heard before. I had not heard that one. That was a good one. I wouldn't say it was good, but I would say it was unique. It's not often I hear a new joke I'd never heard before. My dear Bob, Star Trek meme. I have a link to a Star Trek meme. A cheese factory exploded in France. That's awful, says Riker. Picard says it is. Debris is everywhere. Wah, 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 wah. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity, says Picard. Is it any good, says Riker. And Picard says, I can't put it down. Wah, 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 wah. They're reopening the Lego stores. The reopening of Lego stores was a big event in 2020, says Picard. Really, says Riker? He says, oh yeah, people were lined up for blocks. Lego blocks. Picard says, you know, I will never carpool. You know, Will, I never carpooled to the academy. I was too afraid of getting trapped in a tunnel and unable to get out with all the other people there. And Riker says, that's an oddly specific fear, sir. And Picard says, yes, the doctors called it carpool tunnel syndrome. And then Q says, on that joke alone, I find humanity guilty of all charges. Horrible Star Trek meme. It was the last one. There's yellow alert. Oh, alert, alert. Oh, alert, oh, alert. Yellow alert, not oh, alert. Oh. Yell, oh, alert. Everybody starts yelling. Oh, alert, oh, alert. And Picard has to say yellow alert, not yell, oh, alert. Okay. Anyway. One more, Dear Bop. Dear Bop, Fat Star Trek. The Simpsons, Montgomery. Yes. Yes, I remember this scene in The Simpsons. It was not their proudest day. Poor Scotty. Poor Scotty couldn't reach the controls. Dan Ben had analog, hates analog time. Dan Ben, just ignore the minute hand. The hour hand is all you need. Chrome says if you had a number that was between 990 0090, it would be a pain. Star Trek Nitpicker says, I have my grandma's old rotary phone somewhere. Dan Ben says, yeah, my Nana had green rotary phone. Chrome says, my grandparents had a rotary. The thing is, though, you could still use rotary, but with a more modern, with the old push button phones. Like the push button phones still had a rotary mode. So even though, you know, you could just push a 7 and it would do the click, 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 click for the 7. You didn't have to actually do the rotary thing. Calling your coworker a jive turkey, says Cross. Last on the case is we had rotary phones when I was a young kid. We didn't have our first push button phone in our house till 1983-ish. Yeah, that's an appropriate time. Kronos is yuck, yuck. Q is dead. Star Trek Nitpickers is laughing, I guess, at the memes. Dan Van is lolling fat. Last on the case is it's as bad as Read Alert in Enterprise. Read Alert in Enterprise was wonderful. I was honestly one of the best parts of Enterprise was read alerts. Chrono says at least it wasn't Lizzo. The random man says tomorrow's Wordle and Birdle are like music to my ears. And Star Trek Nitpicker says don't think so linearly, Chronos. It's a fair statement. I have no inside knowledge as to tomorrow's Birdle. I usually try it when I wake up in the morning, sometime around 7 a.m. Eastern. Rarely, if I'm up in the middle of the night, maybe I'll do it early, but generally not till 7, even 8 a.m. Eastern before I even look at it. So, yeah. Okay, guys, thank you all for coming and hanging out. I guess we'll call it a day. It is 6:10 p.m. Eastern. Here. I suppose there'll be other stuff going on today. Keep a lookout. We'll possibly see you guys around. And yeah, I think I'll have to go have some dinner now. So, Kapla all, bird out.